National Football League. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary.
Number 20.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
It's a
quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a run with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Mayfield now from the 50. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week, 21 carries, 123 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Or maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Not much there, only a yard. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And that gives him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this. 10 is the benchmark number, all right? People want to get to there because that really signifies that you've had the year that you've been looking for, and also gives you respect around the league.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Mayfield's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And James has it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Edmonds on the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long for Mayfield. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Mixon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Buccaneers nothing.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
46-yard line.
On the ground, it's Singletary. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he stopped immediately there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the pass.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders. On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 39, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the
gun to give to Mixon. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They run forward with Mixon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 1st down, Patterson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly. And
it's caught at the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
At the 33-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Joe Mixon.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Haskins. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
first
But
down.
one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Haskins going to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Complete to Brashad
Rashad Perriman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site.
Aldrich Rosas lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
The kick is good.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7.
Aldrich Rosas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
8-yard line.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
5-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Here's 10.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Ball carrier.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Logan Ryan on the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Incomplete.
The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
A 33-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Patterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 36, Mayfield. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
First down, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. Haskins. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. He's brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Haskins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bang that one through. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year.
And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
12 yards there and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A first down throw for Mayfield. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
10 more there and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Bucs on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
They begin with a run by Mixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Haskins to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Dixon set to kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Haskins. Oh, hit as
as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing again, here's Haskins. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Haskins pass.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Buccaneers' 29-yard line.
Haskins going to throw again. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Panthers 20.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Singletary to get the drive started. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Singletary again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Again in on the stop. Brought down back at the 32.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Bucs,